occupational hazards. Looked down, I was cutting that tree and I seen the ground moving, little baby copperhead. Where there's one, there's probably more on these cool mornings. They're probably really out moving right now, so it's just something else to watch for. If it ain't the ticks and the horseflies, it's the natives here. Thick patch of timber. Just hedge, hackberry, walnut, sawbriars, rose bushes. It's just thick. A lot of these trees don't even want to hit the ground. They just, as soon as you cut them, they're hung up into something. We moved a skidder over here, I don't know, maybe a month ago. I lose track of time. The 12 model 648H, and the day we moved over here, honestly, I'd never seen horseflies so bad in my life. Like, they were swarming like bees, and horseflies are just an aggravation anyway when you're cutting timber. They're swarming you, they're biting you. It's not fun. So I drug my feet a little bit on starting this job here, just because I was really wanting some fall-like weather and conditions. Mainly I was wanting a lot of these leaves to come off the trees. I wanted to cool down, and I was wanting the horseflies to go back to their home in the underworld. But so far so good. No horseflies. I don't feel the pitter patter of seed ticks crawling up my legs either, so that's a win. First thing we had Johnny do this morning was get on the skidder, in which we should have done this. Dad and I were talking when we got here. We should have done this a couple weeks ago. I should have come over one evening or one weekend, because I have so much time to cut these log roads in. And when we originally looked at this timber, there's 3 tracks here we're going to cut, 3 adjoining properties. When we originally looked at it all, Dad and I talked about, we'd been wanting a dozer for a while, another dozer, and we figured this would be a good place to buy one and put in our log roads. A lot of this is old strip pit ground. It's going to be rough going. A lot of these you're going to have to just kind of make roads all down through the timber just to get your logs out good. Here he comes again. Now over the weekend, we worked the job there just north of the log yard, about a quarter mile. We have the 548 up there. We've got the 13 model 648 down in Greenfield, and of course the 12 model H here at Bernal. So we're spread out like we normally are this time of year. We've still got the 440 in the shop set, and I'm sure we'll go somewhere here before long too on a little job of walnut. But for now, we're gonna try to focus on making a dent in these here, take advantage of this cool weather for the next day or two until it gets back up in the upper 80s. The best thing for this piece of ground was probably to be logged. It's definitely overgrown, and there's a lot of good young walnut growing in here. Here. I mean, there's a lot of walnut in this little piece of property, but everything's so choked out between your hackberry, your hedge, some locust, elm, and all this stuff on the ground. This would be a interesting property to run the mulchers down. And a lot of it looks like it's crowded already on the floor, but that's honestly from what was already here. You really can't even tell too much for our treetops. There's one there, but there's debris everywhere on this forest floor. A lot of it's hedge.